This fluid buildup was causing an intense amount of discomfort for this cow. You're watching the hoof G.
Cow's back right foot is incredibly painful, but I know for a fact she was trimmed just to believe she's got a fluid-filled cavity in that back right foot.
This cow has been living in the sick pen for the past week or so that the farmers are able to keep her as comfortable as they possibly can, but also, and more crucially, keep a close eye on her so that if she needs any pain-relieving medication, they can give it to her as soon as they feel it's beneficial. As we all saw before she went to the crush, this cow is in an intense amount of pain, and it's not instantly recognisable where the pain's coming from. So we use these hoof testers in order to ascertain exactly where the pinch point is. Although you've all seen what the problem is in the end, at this point in the trim, I don't know what the problem is. I only know that a huge amount of discomfort is coming from something hidden underneath these layers of hoof horn. It's my job to determine what that problem is, to uncover it if I possibly can, but also not to intrude too deeply into the hoof capsule, and to leave what I can intact. In all honesty, I thought I would have uncovered the problem by now, so you can see me using my hands around the heel ball to try to determine what is underneath, currently out of sight. Unfortunately for me though, I can't actually feel any real issues around about the heel, so I use my thumb to feel further down the capsule, and eventually this little black spot appears. And regular viewers of this channel will know exactly what that means. Bingo. This is exactly what I was looking and hoping for. This confirms my suspicions that there's a fluid-filled cavity underneath what we can see right now, but there is much more to come. I can almost feel the relief myself. I'm not sure how far the cavity extends, so I press hard with my thumb to try to understand its true extent. Using the hook of my knife, I strip away the layers of hoof horn, which I now know are detached, to try to uncover the true extent of this cavity. Trims like this are extremely hard. As you can see right at the point of her toe, I am very close to flesh and tissue beneath the hoof horn you can see, and at any point you could slice into the corium unintentionally. With my fingers I can tell that this hoof horn isn't completely detached. There is a cavity and there is definitely a detached hoof horn, but rather than just separate in one clear line, it is partially still attached to the corium beneath, meaning this now firmly glued in place. It's time to attempt to remove the detached hoof horn. I say attempt because in problems like this, the hoof horn is partially still attached, making it incredibly difficult to know which layers to strip away.
What a mess. What a total and utter mess. No wonder she was so painful. Fluid spraying out of a hoof capsule like that leads to one conclusion. There was an extreme amount of pressure within her hoof capsule, and that pressure was bearing down on the muscle, struggling to walk, not even wanting to put that foot on the ground. This was a few minutes ago, but this is now. She is bearing weight on that back right foot. Clearly she is not completely pain-free. Wow, what a difference.
Lovely cow with a severe hoof infection and pain, so it's pretty well in there. This is just the head of it here. The nail in question.
Possibly get it so that the glue has every chance possible of adhering properly. It's quite a bit thicker than all last. Try to decide how far up
this goes.
And I just use my finger to keep it separated from the bits I don't want to go down to. I find weird stuff like that quite interesting. I need to take this sidewall right out of here. Not that I want to, but that is called white line disease or a white line defect.